Hey guys, how's it going? Hey, I grabbed this chainsaw over the summertime from a yard sale. I think it was a moving sale. And I want to say I paid between 15, 20 bucks. I think I bundled it with a couple of things. He was asking 20 bucks and, you know, mixed it with a couple of things. So we'll call it 15 bucks. He said he was using it a while ago and it started getting harder and harder to start. At some point, you couldn't get it to run at all. Gave up on it, put it to the back of the garage, who knows when. And then when I came along to moving sale, he was putting all the power equipment out with it for sale. So I grabbed it. I figured it'd be a good thing to use during the wintertime to make a video and see if we can get it to run. So who knows how long it's sat? I want to say, we'll guess 10 years. It is a 510 SP Jonsered. I believe this saw is the last of the actual from that company. I think everything else after that, another company bought it, and of course they just slapped that name on a cheaper saw. That's just what I heard. Don't hold me to that. So I think it'd be a good candidate for us to bring back to life. You want to see if we can get it running? I do. So I think for this one, a vise would probably do us the best to hold it. We'll just pinch it by the bar. Let's get that kind of locked in there, and then we can start getting into it. You want to pop the cover off. We should probably pop the cover off and pull the plug out, dribble a little bit of oil in it because it's been sitting for so long. You get that top cover off of there. I think where it's held. I see the thumb screw there. I wonder if those two have to come out also. Let's get the thumb screw off. Oh no. Let go. That's a nice color of mold. Looks like somebody cleaned it though. Yeah. Let's get a plug socket for that. Let's see if we can get that out of there. Definitely dry. Not for long. Let's go give a little bit of. This is like 1030 weight. Just a little something to put down the cylinder to. When we turn it over, break up the. Got a lot of drag to it. Seems like it has more drag than it should. Let's see if it's got spark. Make sure we get around some metal there. You are not going to be able to see. Oh, right there. Is there a kill wire on it anywhere? Yes. Stop is down, run is up. Oh, that's good. At least it's got spark. Alright, I don't know. Let me think about it. So I decided to see if there's any fluids in it, and we'll get them out of there. Looks like it should be the gas. It's a nice green, morning piss yellow. But I have seen worse. Let's go and do the oil side of it. That should be fine. Let's just see what's in it, if anything. Oh, the smell's starting to hit me of the gas. And I would say not much of anything for the oil, so the oil was run out of it last time it was used. Yeah, let's give it a quick little air bath. I say, just for shits and giggles, we're gonna pull the carb off of it anyway, but how about we dump a little gas in it, give her a couple of tugs and see if she'll fire over. We'll try putting it in through the carb instead of down the plug hole up first, just so that the bottom end gets a little lubrication. This is gas 2-stroke mix. And no chuck, we should probably give her some throttle. Make sure the chain can spin. Just cuts my vise in half. Shall we? Pull start just grenaded itself. Let's see if she'll go. Well, I guess we're starting with the pull start. Did puff a load of smoke out though. I popped that pull start just back into its center. I started when I pulled on it earlier. You can kind of see the outside of it's doing something weird. Let's see if it'll fire though. See if we can get it to go fire. Here's some gas. Dump one down it. At least you know the bottom end's wet, right? Let's go take an air gun to that plug. I think some of the oil is on it. At what point is it fruitless, right? There it goes. That's what I wanted to hear. Alright, let's go start taking some plastics off. I think I have one screw left on it. I think 510 stands for 51 cc's. Do I? Ha! Got it. Yeah, she's a little dirty. She's a dirty girl. Most chainsaws are though, just because of the nature of them. So we got a pull start issue. See what it is with that cover off. The dogs are acting up, and of course the carb. I see a kill. Oh, you know what it is? I just pulled it off the cover. That's why. No. How would that stop button kill spark when there's no wire going to spark? You see something I don't? Stop run switch. But then there was nothing else with it. I have a feeling that might have gotten gutted. Or it fell off and I didn't see it. I'll get that out of our way. I'm hoping this can just get rejuvenated with a little bit of cleaning and some light oil. I think it's just dragging on the paws there. This is like a good sized homeowner saw, and it's nice and light. Got this little limbing saw. Is that? Looks like it's tucked under the handle, huh? Did that come out of there? I do not think so. I think we need to get one more out. That one. Might be in just sawdust packing it up. Find out in a second. Clumps of stuff are falling out, but I think it's just oily. That has a big hunk broken out of it. That's why it was moving roundy round. So you see it? Yeah, right there. It's not in the saw and it did not fall out, so it's been missing for a while. Well, that's it, chopped up in pieces. There it is. There's the piece. I would say that might be where our drag is coming from too. I wonder if there's just so much crap packed into where the cam is. Yeah, I think it's just so packed, that's why it was turning slow. At least it's not the bottom end. Hopefully if I show you what I'm looking at, right? Yeah, definitely packed up with mud. I'm gonna go take a minute, get all that crap out of there. There, get that blown off. See the piece that broke out? Looks like it pushes here, and here are the two areas that those two tabs are supposed to run into. And when it revs up RPM, do they flip up out of the way? Is that the design of it? Not sure. Let's go set that back on there. So it's got a cam that ramps up. Oh. Gotta think about that one. See what it does. Let's go take the plug out of it. Just got no compression. Like, why am I fighting it so much? There we go. That's going to be an issue. I don't know if we're going to have much luck epoxying that back on there. I'm probably going to need a new one of those. I think what it does is it uses this part of a ramp. That's probably what it is. It's probably going this direction, yeah. And then when you pull on it, then you hit the tab. But after it starts up, it slips over this hump. But we're missing it on this side, so that's why I grabbed it and pushed it out. Because it started, spun around, and smashed into this wall. That's my guess. What do you think? Glue. Strong stuff. Let's see if it works. Well, that's drying. Well, the paw seems like it kind of sticks there a little. Let's see if you can drive a little bit of Shreen 1 in there. For that one. And we'll give its friend a little bath too. Let me give it a little drop right in the front too. Good. Get that carb out of there. You think it's involved in getting that sucker out of there, huh? Moves around. I see a tie wrap in there. Well, it's back when they made good tie wraps. It actually got a metal tang. I don't know if it's just going to use a tie wrap and we could lift it right up out of the boot. I don't see any other more sheet metal we can remove to access it really, other than maybe the handle. Let me say maybe get the handle out. Where's that going? That is going to nowhere. Right now it's going to nowhere. Is that just a breather? Might be. Remember that where that went. Throttle's all tied into that. Still gotta get that throttle off somehow. You think you want to try shoving a screwdriver in there and just plunking it out? Look at the handle real quick. I don't see. Gotta look. Yeah. I don't see it coming out of the handle any easier. Wait a minute. Let's see if we can squeeze that guy out of there. I know it's not right, but I don't know the combination where things are supposed to be yet. Maybe we can stand it up. How many you want to take the screwdriver out of my hand right now? There it goes. I got it. Calm down. Alright, so I wonder, let's go back up. I can flip this whole unit. I took the choke lever off already too. Let's see if we get this whole thing to flip back. Maybe drop right out of the bottom. There we go. We got it. Alright, I think another shot with the air gun is due right now. You got two screws right there and right there, so that's what's holding it to the front. Good. We're in. Spring cleaning. Noise alert. So you can take the two screws out of the back of the carb, and I want to take the fuel lines off first. I've never seen this before. It looks like a spring to be used as the retainer. I'm not quite sure how you would. If you're able to spin it, you could back it off. Oh, that's going to work for us. First, maybe get the pliers to want to play. I bumped into you. Might work. Does it look like it's backing up, Earl? It looks like it's just. Let's go kick you to the side a little. So that. You guys, it's like having your friend holding the flashlight. He holds it so you can see, so they can see. You can't. Let's go one click even tighter. I think it's working. I'm just making it up. I just don't want to break that plastic barb off neither, you know. Let's just try getting the line off, see if it'll come off. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Well, that one wasn't so easy. Let's go try our luck now on the middle one. They still seem pretty pliable. turning. We'll do what we did on the other one, right? Seem to work on that one. Hope you guys can see. Because you're way over there. Can't see a thing, can you? Let's see if we can manhandle it. Manhandle it, and we'll stab ourselves in the fingers with a screwdriver. Generally how I roll. Close, so close. I hate when that happens. Okay, man. Hogging the end off of it. Worst case, we're going to cut it off with wire cutters. We got it. I didn't do any favors to that spring on that one, though. Alright, we got 2 Allens from the back side of it. Didn't want to have to deal with that manifold tie wrap setup up there, you know. We are in, I think. Should come right out of there. Alright. Let's go give that a shot with the air gun too, blow off a bunch of the crap that's on it. Yeah, let's see if this will work for us. One of you nice folks sent me this cool little light. So that is looking down the intake. We can take a look at the walls, and we'll turn it over. Let's see what the sides of the piston look like. Not bad. A little scory, but to be expected on especially a chainsaw. Yeah, board doesn't look too bad. A little tiny connecting rod. I don't know if the light's helping you, hurting you. I'll try backing off so that I have a shot of it at least. Not so bright. Let's go way back behind you. Yeah. What happens is it looks good on camera, then I look back and it's all bleached out white. But on the screen behind here it looked fine. You good with that? Alright, let's move on. Got ourselves a nice little desk job here. Right, let's go pop some its guts apart. And yes, I did buy a carb kit. Look at me being proactive. But I probably would give it a 30% success rate because I kind of looked at the name of the saw and model of the saw and ordered a carb kit for it instead of looking at the carb, seeing what numbers were on it. No. They just might be for counter decoration, but we'll see. I want to see how bad the diaphragms are. Generally, that's what kind of goes bad in them as they get stiff. That one's still pretty pliable. Good, because you might need it. Dig a little further. Not damaging it. That's why you don't cut your fingernails. You want to turn wrenches. Let them break off like real men. Come on. Yeah. That's right about where you rip it in half. There you go. That's your needle and seat. Now let's fuel in from the other side. Let's go see what the pump looks like, shall we? keep remembering to look up, make sure I don't pull the thing over here and start working on it. You guys can't see anything. What is leaking? Hold on 1 second. I want to shut my air gun off so that when we're in the middle of this, the compressor does not decide to make its awakening. Take that. Pry up on it too hard. I don't want to tear it. I was hoping she was going to pop for us. That doesn't feel as good as the other side. Off the pin. If they're in the kit, fine. If they're not, I think she's going to be very happy for us. She's just not going to feel. We're in. I see. Okay, so there's little check valves at the pump, and they are supposed to be blocking off 2 ports, in and out when the out goes across to the other side over here. And they generally lay flat. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up. Let me look behind the camera. I don't know if it's going to focus either. So these little flaps right here are supposed to be resting down. See, I can push it down. And look at this one's even worse. That one's really curved up. So they're supposed to, they let fuel go through one way, and then when the pump pulses, it closes that door off, and then the other one allows it to go through. Actually, is it only because the exit right there? And is there something behind that one? Yeah, there is. That might be the pulse, where the pulse comes in. I'm not sure. Just making it up now. Let's see if we can get the other half off. She's pretty dirty. She's a dirty girl. What is that right there? That's some 1990s fuel, looks like. Yeah, so we're gonna need a good cleaning. Let's go open that carb kit up and see if we have the correct setup or not. So I opened up that kit. I do not know if that is going to fit in there. I don't even see the big hole set up. What about the ones that frame it out? They all go in the same place, right? Could look different as long as it blocks the same holes. We're missing half of that, aren't we? That's all of it. So it'd be that and that. Let's go see how it lines up to what we got. No, not it. Because they are not lining up to those 2 holes that we're supposed to be blocking. It is not the kit. I'm going to try flipping it over. Well, doesn't that suck? I should have guessed 100%, then I knew I would have it. Alright. Go shopping in the Horde. See if there's a slight possibility. We are just going to need to work with what we got because I don't have it. Spring's holding on there. That ought to be fun to get back on there. Those are high and low screws. So which one's which? I'm going to turn them in and see how many they wore out. I think that's the high. Hold on 1 second. Yeah. You'll get here when you can't see. Yep. The high screw. Half. About a half. A little over a half. And the other one, the low is a half. Alright, half and a half. That's where they were. They may end up being anywhere in the spectrum though by the time we're done. So I think we should probably take like some WD-40 and let's go spray that gasket down. We'll let that, come on. Let that kind of soak for a bit. And we will continue to clean this pig. Get all the crap that's in there out. I don't know if I want to mess with that or not. I might just soak that with some carb clean. Just for the sake, I don't think we're going to get it back in there. The filter screen. Let's go try pulling on it a little. There it goes. Don't want to trash it. I think we should shoot some carb clean every which way through every which crevice and then come back with the air gun and blow it all out. I think we're going to leave that well enough alone. Let's see if the needle's working. I believe it is. Yeah, I'm just blowing air through that side of it and turn the valve on and off. I am going to leave that well enough alone. Yep. Bath time. I'll do, we'll let you skip that part. All those parts are clean, but let's see if we can a tad rejuvenate our pump over here. Fortunately, it's the holidays. It's not like we can go get one easy. I mean, if we have to, we have to. But for now, you know, for the sakes of us hanging out in the garage tonight, again, we're just going to go try and see if we can get it to run. Just for shits and giggles. Alright. There's the little, I want to beat up on them. That's where that big pile of sludge was. Get that out of there. Probably should have waited to do that last, huh? Where's the other one? Which way is it going? I don't want to fold it backwards, you know what I mean? There it is. I gotta go going with the grain. I don't want to take it out. Once it's done, it's done. Give that a real quick pad down in the air gun shot. It's ever so gingerly. I'd probably be willing to bet that the saw was not run with fuel with ethanol in it. So it's been sitting that long. Because if it did, all this stuff would be petrified like a rock. There. Make one under the microscope and give them a little what for with a very thin screwdriver to try to get them to bend more in the off position. A little bit more caca up in there. Because this carb is so small, I'd rather reassemble it under the scope so my older eyes can focus on what I'm doing. Yeah, so we're gonna go omit this part and I'm gonna go jump ahead to putting that together where I can see it. Sorry. Carb's all back together, but before we get back in there, let's give her a bath and her shiny bits. Let's get that back in place. Oh, a save. So it was like, I would say it was like that. I gotta get my mix screws down in there. So I think it's holding this up. They are. I put them both at about 3/4 of a turn. Half a turn is going to make it run lean. And sometimes if you go too lean, meaning not enough fuel, it will not run. But if you go rich, generally it'll run on the rich side. It'll fart and cough and stutter, and then you can kind of run them until it runs clean and then back them out. So that's why I went for a whopping 3/4. And the throttle, should probably do that stuff first, huh? We need to drop the throttle. We need to get that back in there. Right? Then we can do the throttle and the choke lever. Choke lever just lays in there. That was easy, but we have to go fudge with the other ones. We'll leave these off for now to give us fudge room. I'm gonna go put the handle back on, clean it out, and I noticed that it's kind of came apart, but it's supposed to have a safety that pops up when that's all the way back. I believe that's supposed to be spring loaded. The handle to come up, and it is not. And I do not think this spring is to keep the throttle in place. I'm not sure of that. But I would think those two are supposed to oppose each other. I don't know if I want to knock the pin out, try figuring out how that goes, but I don't see a way to just like flip the spring back onto something and catch it. It's just too far down inside there to try and catch. I play with it a little bit. We may just put it on there for now. Again, we got a bunch of issues with this saw. Let's see if that'll go now. Everything's gonna go flying. The punch should still be holding everything. Well, let's go take the punch out of the way. See what we get for bits and pieces. Now, so I just make a total mess out of everything. Come on there. I still wouldn't see how you would be able to get a spring on that. So what holds that in? plastic pin back there. Okay, so there's the notch for that throttle lock. And I believe that is supposed to be bent like there. It hovers on the inside of it, and then you would release it, and then that would put tension on. The way when we took the saw apart, it was just laying in there like that. This was just flapping in the front of it. So I do believe that's how it goes, but how do you get that setup all the way down into there, locked into place? I'm going to try putting a tie wrap around it, and then possibly being able to come in through this little cut that's in the bottom here, and then cut the tie wrap off. If not, I'm going to get to one of you to do. I don't know how successful this is going to be. That's what we're going to try wiggling in there. Wish me luck. The pin's back in. What do you think the chances are? So that's that. Spring loaded to the trigger. Hopefully that we cut it. It just doesn't appear out there. Ah, you suck! It did. I don't know how the heck you're gonna get it to go up and past onto that one. So it needs to be done though. Alright, so I gutted it. Got it all out of there. That kind of has a little wishbone on the end of it. So I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to click in. Even with that though, it doesn't seem like it's that much to hold the trigger from going. We are going to try. What it has to do is it passed it on this side when I cut the tie wrap. It needs to go in between. I don't know. You think for the last and final time, think we'll get it? I don't want to pull on it too much because I kind of have it in the groove up there. If one of you would hold that tie wrap for me, I appreciate it. Yes, no, maybe? Oh yeah. Let's cycle it through its paces first. Yeah. You shouldn't be able to pull the trigger. You push that down. Ha! I win. Go like that. That's pretty easy. Can we get it? No. Mind me talking to myself. Can you see? Yes. No, wait a minute. It was the... yeah. Bottom first, then the top. Push it back down, right? Don't we have to feed... hold on. Burp. Didn't that go underneath and around and over and through the woods to... that don't look right. That needs to be way over there. It's because you are way backwards. Come on. You just want to not be my friend. Huh? That doesn't make sense. Does that make sense? That makes sense. Man puzzle is what it is. There we go. Is that how we were? I could deal with that better. So now I got to go wiggle. I can go below it or above it on that fuel line. That might have been. Do you remember? Where was it? Like under the carb? You know where we're putting it? No. I remember it was tucked under there though. No? Yes? We will try to attempt round 2. See if we get it in the hole. Come on. You're like right there. Teasing me. Need a poker. Need a poker that's not going to poke me in the finger too. I don't know if I'm too far forward or too far back. Or am I right on it? Am I right on it and just need to push on it a little? Yep. That's why. This needs to drop down in. And that would be throttle. I gotta get the choke lever on. I'm not quite sure about this one though. I know it's just a vent, but still doesn't seem right. Did it go up? No. There's no room for that to poke out the other end. I wouldn't think that'd be rubbing on the linkage like that. It does not sound like a... And then choke. Get the fuel lines back on. This all might be for nothing anyway, right? You guys, we just saw the hose where it went. You're saying it goes, no, you're going the wrong way. You're going the wrong way. And we're going to get that choke lever on there. Which was, I mean, what cover was that in? That was it in this one? Where was it? It was, let's go get it. Let's go find it and figure it out. There it is. So that, where was that? Is that in the upper cover? Drop down, or did it go straight down? I bet you it went. Bet you it went that way, right? Which cover do we have? Did that choke go through there? No. On the back. From the back, Jack. On the back of the cover, just like that. That's where it went. That needs a bath. I think we got it now. So throttle. If you don't push that down, you can't. Safety works. That works. Choke is fed through. It looks like it clears everything, and then this gets grabbed by the cover right there. So we just slip that down on it. We could have done a little bit better cleaning that. All right. Let's go and work that thing back in. And we had to contortion ourselves a little bit the first time, right? Stay still. Get that to go where it needs to go. Yeah. Doctor's orders. I think that needs to go down a little. The only thing we don't have is what's missing from the stop switch, unfortunately. Something, yeah. Something you buy junk at the yard sales. You know, he got to a point that he got so frustrated, he just threw it in the back of the garage and bought a new saw. That's got a rubber bushing up there and it's floating on. Try to figure out why this cover's not going. Yeah, it's just a rubber bushing I'm fighting against. It gets crushed down on it. So the choke will work. Should lock the throttle. Yeah. How does that work? Is this a release? You hit the, yeah, it releases when you hit the throttle. You see that? Choke's on. When it's running, putt, 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 putt. You rev it, it shuts the choke off. At least that's the way it's working now. Well, I would love to take that pull start and put it back on, but it definitely has a lot of things not going for it. If you can see, the cover is all deformed and distorted. That may have been an issue for a problem. I glued that. I have a feeling that is not going to hold very well. Not gonna push my luck. Anyway, we're gonna leave that alone. I think maybe we'll try with a drill first, and we'll try starting with the drill. But before that, we definitely need to go put some fuel in it. Let's go take a peek in there too, and see how our little dauber's doing. There's a float. Would you actually like to see the saw? Alright, so on the saw, put some gas in it. Let's hook that to the hook. There'll be a filter with a weight on the end of it. It tries to stay in the bottom of the gas. Probably should have looked at that first, huh? Easily hit that with some compressed air. Actually, I'm going to blow out the fuel cell with some compressed air too. And put some fresh stuff in it. See what we get. Let's see if we could tweak that carb. And you're going to turn the idle speed up a little bit, and then it's got a low and a high. You can hear me dance back and forth between the two of them. See if we can dial that in. Try and do it backwards here. Choke. gotta choke it to kill it. Well, that's all it runs. Happy for that. Let's go get the bar off of it. We'll go clean that up, blow out the passage for the oil feed. We'll put some oil in it and run it and see if that part of it works. Slippery. Come on out. Being your little friend. Do I have to take the whole? Oh, that's kind of weird. I gotta take the screw out of the other side. Alright, now we're in. A lot of times you just get plugged up with sawdust too. Kind of stops them from doing their thing. Let's get that out of our way. Get the bar off. Let me take the chain off. And it looks like actually trying to push some oil, just that there's nothing really in the tank. I'm going to clean this crap out of there. And we can probably leave the chain off. And we're just going to watch and see if we get oil out of it. Yeah, let me clean this up. We'll do that. And just so that we can kind of do it, film it without worrying about the chain whipping around. I'm taking my fingers off while I'm trying to make a video. Hate when that happens. Might as well take a second to show what's happening, right? So up there is where the oil comes out. Right there. Generally they have a pump. And the bar has an area for the oil to go. You can see it. One there. If you flip the bar over, again there's one there. So that is how the oil gets to the chain. Comes up through this passage, fills up with oil, comes through there into the bar, and then the bar has the groove in it. So that's how the chain gets to the oil. Like, sure. And everything gets sandwiched back over the top of it. Throw some chain oil in it. Bet you this is going to move real slow as it's like 20 degrees out. Yeah. That's where they sell a winter blend. A winter blend is much thinner. But I don't have any right now. And I usually like to use this stuff for undercoating my cars. So I like the thicker. We'll load that up. We're going to fire it up. I'm going to run it and kind of shoot it at the ground. The chain, I ended up putting the chain back on. And we should start seeing like wet spots in front of the chain flipping onto the ground after it runs for a little bit. It'll take a little while for it to load up the bar and then to start flinging it off the chain, but eventually that should be the outcome of it. See you in a second. Give her a cold start. Choke is off. As you can see, 2 lines appeared there. Seems to be working good. Let's go sharpen that blade. So I want to go over and sharpen that blade. I don't know if it shows up. You can see all the corners are just rounded right off. They're pretty bad. It was probably either down to the dirt or down to a rock. I had this old Craftsman. There you go. I'm gonna say it's probably from the 60s, just a guesstimate. 12 volt. It's plugged into a jumper pack for the power, and a lot of times you have a jig that you set on there, and you run a file through it and you sharpen them. I've had really good luck using this thing, and I just kind of eyeball it and run along as I go along, and I just kind of watch the edges. I'll give you an example. When I go into it, I actually kind of lift up on it too. So I go in and pull up on it, so it's just not digging down into it, because you really want to cut this edge. Not that concerned about cutting back further into there. So coming down and lifting up. So I'm gonna go all the way around, do both sides of that blade, and maybe we'll go find ourselves a tree trunk to go play with. Well guys, getting to that point of the video, I'm going to wrap it up. I guess we can consider that a success. It needs a pull start. That cog in the center is not going to stay together, so I'll keep an eye on Craigslist for one. And the on-off switch, we could probably get rid of that and just put a regular metal utility switch in there and ground it out the ground. I use the choke to shut it off when you guys are seeing it run. But it seems like it runs fine. And carb actually seems to do quite well. It starts fairly easy now when you go to fire it up. So with that, guys, I just want to thank you all for hanging out in the garage with me and doing a little bit of wrenching, having some fun with some rusty junk. So until the next one, see you later. Bye.